Welcome to Australia, a country with one of the most profitable and resilient real estate markets in the entire world. With sky-high pricing and massive opportunities for growth, Australian property values have increased by an average of 6.8% per year over the last 30 years. And with international Chinese and US buyers contributing over $12 billion annually to the Australian market, property in the land down under generates some of the highest rental yields in the world, with 4 to 5% annual returns in major cities. But despite all this lucrative opportunity and impressive stats, where exactly in Australia are the best places to invest in? I decided to fly all around the country to talk to some of Australia's top real estate agents to find out where exactly these opportunities lie. And at the end of this video, I'll be showing you my own personal investment property where I bought a block of 3 units in central Queensland that I've also turned into an Airbnb. Stay tuned. The first stop of my trip was obviously going to be Sydney, my hometown where I was born and raised in. Starting in Leppington, a quiet suburb in Sydney's southwest, where I linked up with Evdon Brentham. How are you, sir?
Good, Jamie. How are you, man?
Nice to meet you. A real estate agent from Richardson and Wrench, Campbelltown, who was nice enough to show me around the area. What's, I guess, the benefit of Campbelltown area?
Listen, Campbelltown area, it's still affordable when it comes to, price point.
Yep.
As far as the value for money of what you get. Anywhere near that CBD, you're not finding anything with any kind of land on it.
Yep.
For under that $1 million. There's just no way. It's impossible.
Well, shall we go check it out?
Let's check it out. All right, so this area of Leppington, most of the homes here are under that 10 years old. This is a 4-bedroom ensuite house, cool. 2 separate living areas, double garage, internal access, very, big, beautiful lounge.
Yep. And you said this is priced just over $1 million?
No, this is priced at 1.2.
1.2. That's still pretty realistic. So there's no grass in the backyard.
They set it up to be very, low maintenance.
Yeah, nice.
Renting here, this particular property, probably looking in the high 700, 775, 780.
A week? And this was how many bedrooms did you say?
4 bedroom.
That's pretty good. How far is this sort of area to the city though?
On a nice Sunday morning when there's not much traffic, you can probably get there in 45 minutes.
That's pretty good.
50 minutes.
So in terms of properties in Sydney, right? So I chose to buy in North Queensland because of the fact that I was going for a cash flow positive property. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like in Sydney there's still an opportunity for buyers out there to acquire a cash flow positive property or a property that's just positively geared?
The only way you're going to find a cash flow positive property is going to be a dual occupancy, a house and granny flat style. Where you can get that sort of 5-6% yield. Impressed
by what this house offers for the price, Evdon then took us to the most expensive house for our Sydney tour, located in the suburbs of Macquarie Links.
So this is 5-bedroom, 3-bath, multiple, like 5 different living areas.
Wow.
Renovated throughout pretty much, new kitchen, pool.
Nice. And we're in a gated community right now.
This is a gated estate, that's right.
Okay. And you said this one's going for?
Well, listen, this one's going to auction. This one's hitting the market next week. They're selling anywhere between 1.5 up to 1.8.
How do you think the Campbelltown area compares to Greater Sydney?
With public transport, it's really quite good. The nearest station to this section is going to be the Ingleburn station, which is on the Glenfield line. So that Glenfield line, it does spread out. Yep. It goes to Central, goes to the airport. Being on this line really connects all of Sydney.
Sydney is obviously the most expensive property market in the country, but where else in Australia is far more affordable with the exact same, if not more, investment potential? I flew up to Brisbane to meet Chris Gilmour, one of Queensland's top real estate agents from All Properties Group. Big man, Mr. Queensland, how are you? Good to see you, man.
I'm good.
Nice to meet you. Very good, thank you. Very good. So this is the office?
This is it. This is my office.
Oh, that's nice. All right, Chris, thanks for the invite, bro.
No worries.
Tell the viewers a bit about yourself.
Been in real estate 18 years, decided to open our own office. And we've grown that to multiple offices now, all the way from north side of Brisbane all the way down to the Goldie. We employ roughly around 80 odd people, medium agency of the year for the state, and I've won salesperson of the year for the most property sold 3 years straight, which no one's ever done before.
So Chris, how much property have you sold personally?
It'd be well over $2 billion.
$2 billion worth of property?
Yeah, $2 billion.
We hopped into Chris's Audi RS5 and he drove us to his first investment property in Drewville, just 30 minutes outside Brisbane CBD. Nice house, very clean.
Yeah. So this one is 14 years of age, non-renovated, man.
Non-renovated?
No, this is how they live with 3 kids.
Wow.
This is how they display the home, which is immaculate. It's a 700 square metre block, so you've got plenty of backyard. 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. It will go between that 1.2 to 1.3, which is pretty much
That's pretty good, man. For first home buyers out there, if they did want to sort of purchase or look to purchase somewhere like this house, what would they need? What sort of down payment would they need for those who don't understand property?
Yeah, well, it depends on the bank and their lender. And the trouble that we find with a lot of first home buyers is they save and save for the deposit. But in the meantime, property prices are increasing so much quicker than what they are to save. So beg, borrow, steal, however you have to do it, or get a side hustle, and get into the market as quick as possible is my number one advice for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. The next house on the list was located in a place called Logan, a large municipality south of Brisbane CBD, known for far more affordable housing and growth potential. Wouldn't expect this sort of house in Logan.
Well, Logan's changing.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So I think Logan has this bad rap, but this is the sort of quality that you can find now in these suburbs. This one in particular, it's a 375 square metre block. This is what first home buyers are now buying.
Yeah, okay.
So this one's a 3-bed, 2-bath.
3-bed, 2-bath.
This one is like a coastal Hamptons style of property, as you can see. So something like this in this suburb, you'll pick up for sub 1 million, anything between 900 to a million.
Okay.
That sort of scares a lot of people, but this is the money that first home buyers are paying for here in Logan City. But you can get, this is 6 months old.
Oh, so it's very new.
It's a new
when we
build.
were driving through the area, I could tell everything was very newly established.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's one of the biggest, fastest growing suburbs in Logan.
Wait, so is the reason the price is so high for this one is because the lorikeet comes with it?
Yes.
Oh, I thought there was a reason why it was so high.
He's a good 300 grand.
I was gonna say I'd pay 300 for him. And the final property Chris wanted to show us before we move on to Gladstone, where my own investment property resides, was located in the Gold Coast. But not the type of area in the Gold Coast that you'd expect. I have something to show you. This is actually my property in Gladstone. So we're gonna reverse roles real quick. I'm gonna show you around. I'd love to get your interpretations of what you think about my block I've just purchased recently.
Gold Coast property prices in the last 2 years up around 65%, especially right here where we are, here in Pimpama.
The property that we're in right now, how much is that going for?
So this one here will fetch around the 1.1 million. Okay. So 480 square metre block, built by a really reputable builder. And then obviously you got the putting green down the side, you got the golf course 2 minutes away, you got 24-hour security, plus you've got your own pool at the back as well too.
Wow, and how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms?
4-bed, 2-bath.
And how does the Brisbane and Logan property market compare to the Gold Coast?
Yeah, like if everything comes back to capital growth. Gold Coast by far is outweighing Logan and Brisbane every year.
And my final stop was a rural town in central Queensland called Gladstone, where I've just bought my first ever investment property in. So naturally, I went to meet up with a top selling agent who are also my property managers at Locations Estate Agents. Donnella, obviously I've just recently bought in Gladstone. I think it's a very nice area. I don't know too much about it still. What do you think makes Gladstone a hot market to buy property in comparison to other areas in Queensland?
So look, we have a lot of industry, we have a lot of jobs. Property market, we're still very much affordable to buy into. So we do have a few projects around. So we're also trying to turn into green energy, so the hydrogen plant. And our other one is affordable housing that the government is actually funding at the moment.
Donnella took us to the first property we're going to look at in Gladstone, which was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. Ooh, not bad.
So it's offers for $525.
$525,000.
Yep.
For 3 bedrooms.
Yep, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and 1 car park. And it's close to the water. You can walk down to East Shores.
The water's actually right there.
Yep.
And also the city is right there as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. A family would easily fit in this unit.
Yeah.
And also they do rent out very well to the executive as well.
What will the rents be here?
You're looking at about $560 a week.
So even if housemates moved in, that's what, 560 divided by 3. That's pretty cheap. Wow, imagine paying like $186 for rent per week.
Yeah.
You know how much I pay in Sydney?
No.
For a 1-bedroom in like 20 minutes from the city.
Maybe 500?
Maybe 500. That's cute. 700.
What?
For a 1-bedroom.
For 1 bedroom?
Yeah.
Stuff that.
Not even in the city. So maybe I'll sack that place and move up here.
Probably. It's a better place to be.
Apparently. Now our final stop in Queensland was another property in Gladstone, but the special thing about this place is that I actually own it and rent one of the 3 units out as an Airbnb. All right, so Donnella, I have something to show you. This is actually my property in Gladstone. So we're gonna reverse roles real quick. I'm gonna show you around and I'd love to get your interpretations of what you think about my block I've just purchased recently.
Awesome.
Let's do it. So Donnella, this is a 673 square metre block in West Gladstone, and there's 3 units here. So there's 2 units down below, one's 1 bedroom, one's 2 bedroom. And the top one where we're going up to now is actually a 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom unit that I'm actually using for an Airbnb. We've just had it furnished. I would love your thoughts, your professional thoughts on the investment opportunity that I've just purchased and especially the Airbnb.
Cool.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. And here we go. Welcome.
Wow, I like the styling. Very good. It is styled very, very well. And I could see just enjoying the space. It's really relaxing and it also feels homely though.
Should we walk through?
Absolutely.
Right, so over here, we have a separate dining area. I feel like I'm a real estate agent. I don't even know what to say. We have a table, some chairs,
Yeah, pretty much.
some paintings.
State the obvious.
Yeah, some vase. I don't know what this is, but it works. So over here, Donnella, we have the master bedroom. So this is where I slept last night.
Yeah, I love the high ceilings.
High ceilings, you got a mirror here, you got the lamps.
Great.
Through here, we have my kitchen. Basic, obviously, but still does the job.
Very usable.
Usable kitchen.
Yes.
Yep. So what I consider the main attraction is the outside patio. Do you like patios?
Oh, absolutely. We love patios in central Queensland. Yeah, awesome. Very great space.
Yeah.
Very
so
good.
it's good for families, you know, it's good for just people in general, even some workers that come up here.
Yeah, absolutely. I
In
can see them
groups.
sitting out here in the afternoon.
So Donnella, you've obviously seen my property for the
Yes.
first time. Give me the rundown.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Airbnb is great idea. Furnished, you can rent it out to corporate for
Yep.
traveling. I would, if it was me, do some improvements to improve what you can get for your rental return.
Okay.
So from my point of view, I would go into air conditioning the whole place. In the kitchen, I would add in the dishwasher or
Yeah.
a dishwasher.
I was thinking that this morning. I hate doing dishes.
Yeah, and I would probably add in another little dining table in the kitchen area. It's more family orientated. You can fit bigger people, like bigger groups in the
Yep.
house.
Yep.
And then I would really focus on that outside area. Convert that whole outdoor patio area, have barbecue, even a spa, make it like a little retreat.
Ooh, a spa. And how much do you expect me to be able to earn from the place as it is right now per year?
Per year? Oh, that's a hard one.
Just average it out.
So you'd be looking around your $420 a week. So that's kind of giving you an income if that was a permanent rental of around 20K a year.
And then Airbnb?
Obviously you could charge a lot more per week or per night. So definitely you'd probably double that. So much opportunity.
I'm trying to be smart.
Trying. No, okay.
After flying all across the entire country and seeing all the different investment and capital growth opportunities, I was stunned by just how lucrative the market can be if you're looking in the right places. But what do you guys think? Should prospective buyers strike now while the iron's hot, or should they err on the side of caution and wait it out before making a decision? Let me know in the comments below.